Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's video has 3 points, and you're going to want to stick around because the third point is a secret as to an advantage that KDP books have that most self-publishers are completely unaware of. So let's get into it. The topic we're going to be hitting today is KDP Publishing. Is it still worth it? Now, as an author, when you're first getting started, you have to decide which formats you want to put your book onto the market. Now, you may be thinking paper books, of course, since I only read paper books, or maybe it's audiobooks. Just get the audiobook out there. Don't really worry about doing ebooks or paper books or any of this other stuff. The other options would be ebooks, hardback books. There's a lot of different options available to you when you're dealing with self-publishing. And KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing, even though it's a little confusing because they also have KDP Print, which does the print versions, but Kindle Direct Publishing, generally we're talking about putting your Kindle books on the market, which have their own special file type, MOBI files, which are now EPUBs that you can actually put out there. I think that's the one they prefer now. And you're thinking that maybe you shouldn't bother with ebooks because, do they really sell? Is it really worth your time? Well, that is what we're going to answer in today's video. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. And I can tell you, after putting out over 200 books onto the market, and they are in KDP, I'll get to this in a bit, that you start to figure out a few of the patterns to what it is to get your books to sell. And if you check below in the description, you can grab a copy of my absolutely free self-publishing checklist, Secrets, to make sure you are not skipping any of the steps necessary to make a killing with your books in the process of putting them together. And hit the subscribe button while you're at it so that we can help beat the YouTube algorithm and make sure other authors just like you are also able to get the information that you need to understand that self-publishing can be easy. So let's get into it. From my own story, my very first book went on to KDP in April of 2015. That was the very first book. I had spent months working on the book, writing the book, getting it edited, finding a cover, finding a new cover, finding a third cover, then finally getting it out onto KDP, and then I had to make changes to the book because there was mistakes, of course, and you find the mistakes and you re-upload it again, and we go back and forth, which is, by the way, one of the advantages of KDP. You can even change the title and anything. It's not frozen for you. So you just keep on putting it out there as many times as you need to until it is exactly right for you on the Kindle Direct Publishing book that you're putting out on the market. I saw my very first sale and I was completely hooked. I began to realize, oh my goodness, what exactly is happening here? Even if the sale was only making me $2, since I priced the book at $2.99, and right in that magical zone where you get 70%. And so I was like, oh my goodness, this is such a fantastic deal. So what did I do? I went on and I realized with each book I published that there was a percentage of a chance that I would get a sale on any given day. So the thing is the more books I have on the market, well, the more sales I would be getting. And so even to today, I look at my thing and I'm seeing the curves of which books all made sales today, and then tomorrow it'll be different books. And as certain books make even more sales, I raise the prices on those books because the market is telling me there's a high demand for it, which means they're most likely willing to pay more money for those exact books. And these are KDP books that are going in addition to my paperbacks and my audiobooks. So it's absolutely fantastic just watching those sales on a daily basis thanks to KDP. And the thing is that my KDP, my Kindle books, they draw people in, resulting in my paperbacks getting about double the revenues. They're making twice as much money, but the people are coming in looking at the Kindle books. But I may be getting ahead of myself and giving away a little bit of my secret, but stick around because I will tell you the full secret here in today's. So, KDP Publishing, is it still worth it? Well, yes, it is definitely a great deal still. Plus, it helps you with getting reviews, which will help you even better than your paperbacks. And the reason being is if it's on a free promo that you have, if you're registered under KDP Select, you put your book out there on a free promo and people can download the book. And when they leave a review, it counts as a verified review. So it has a higher level standing on the review side. as opposed to if they have to buy a paperback, which will be less people, even if it makes you more money, but then those people will be less likely to come back and leave a review. Whereas with your Kindle book, when they finish the book, they can immediately click the buttons and leave a review right then and there, which is a huge advantage for you when it comes to getting your books the reviews that they deserve, in addition to asking your email list to leave reviews. Otherwise, they would all have to purchase your paperback books in order to leave those reviews. But with just the Kindle, then it's easy to go about doing it. You put it on a promotion for 99 cents or free. You get lots of reviews on the book that way using your lists. The reviews that naturally, organically come will be negative. So this is actually very, very important that you want to use it. In addition to doing content marketing to find these readers and making deals along the lines of, hey, I'm putting it on a promo, can you please review the book? Getting in contact with people through your YouTube channel, your podcast, maybe you have a blog, maybe you're putting short stories on the internet, lots of options. Check below if you want more information on how to do content marketing made easy. I have a course that's very easy to follow, like everything I teach, and it will take you through those steps. But let's get on to number 2. But it's a good deal only if you're optimizing your books to sell. Otherwise, it will be lost in a flood of new books that are coming out daily on Amazon. There are so many books hitting Amazon on a daily basis that you're going to end up losing if you're not optimizing. And you can watch the other videos that I have and watch my playlist as well on the subject where we're optimizing our books, getting the cover, the description, the title, the keywords, all of these things correct. Notice I didn't even talk about the book itself because the marketing is what's going to result in us at least getting people to buy the book or at least click when they see our ads, because otherwise we aren't going to lure them in order to get people to give us a chance to read the amazing books that you know you have written. So let's move on to number 3. Our secret answer of the day is that your Kindle books drive traffic to your paperback books. Now, I sort of slipped that secret out of my own little story, which is that my paperback books have and always have made double the amount of money in royalties as my Kindle books. And the thing is, somebody gets to the Kindle book, they see it like, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Oh, wait, you've got a paperback. And so that's a key one. And the other thing to remember is that you cannot put your books on Audible, ACX Audible, unless you have a Kindle version. So in case you didn't get the point, you need to have that Kindle Direct Publishing, that KDP version of your book if you wish to succeed at this game of getting audiobooks onto the market. Also, your paperbacks help your Kindle book sell because they'll see the price of the paperback book, which is much higher. Hopefully you're setting it at the price where you're making at least $6 a book, or $5, I guess it was, $5 for at least your single manuscript. And then they'll see a strike through the price, and it will show the Kindle book at such a discounted rate off of that, which will drive people to buy the Kindle book. So it goes both directions. The paperback's telling people this is a great deal to buy the Kindle, and the Kindle book is telling people, wait, if money is not an issue, well, why not get the paperback version since we all enjoy reading paperbacks? Well, I don't actually, but I know many of you do. Like that feel of the paper in your hand. I like the feel of my iPhone in my hand as I'm reading my books, but we all have our preferences, and never assume that your ideal customers, your readers out there, that they also have the same interests as you. Maybe they like to listen to their books. Maybe they like to read them on a KDP. Maybe they like to see paperbacks. So do not do them the disservice of putting it in a format that they don't like. Which format do they like? The answer is all of the above. So do not make that mistake. Now, let's move on. So do you think KDP is worth it now? I would be interested in knowing because it will help me produce better content. So write yes if you think it's worth it, and write no if you don't think it's worth it. And check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.